Well, our next award goes to our Business of the Year, Ashley Furniture. The tape, okay. And the table sponsor for Ashley is the Festival of the Trees and Mr. and Mrs. Blackaby. And our presenter this evening is Debbie Blackaby.
So when Richard Fitzsimonds asked me to introduce Ashley Furniture tonight, I reflected on how each of our lives and the life of the community are touched by so many people. I thought about Richard and Ashley Furniture give to the community and do the good deeds that they do, but they do it so silently. They are a business that truly gives to the community in order to help and not for show. Richard, if many of you know him, know that he's someone who does not like to do things out loud, nor is he someone who wants to be in the limelight. You will always find Richard with a smile on his face, and almost like a real shy smile, but Richard, I've never seen you without that smile. What you will find at Ashley Furniture is a business that is done so welcoming that you want to return. A business that you want to refer your family and friends to. It is their way of doing business, and that keeps the customers coming back. Richard began his career in a furniture warehouse in the mid-1990s. He began working at Blacker's Furniture in 1999 as a salesman and then was moved to sales manager. And at that time, he did not think furniture was his thing, but as you can see, it is. In 2004, Richard took a deep leap of faith and purchased Ashley Furniture. Richard employs 10 people, some of who have been longtime employees, yet he faces the same challenges as many of us do in the business world, and it's hard to find people who want to work and who want to do hard work. So on the delivery end, there's a lot of hard work and a lot of lifting, and so that position can be a challenge, but he's got some great people. He and his employees believe that if you work hard and you be kind, amazing things will happen. They believe that success is a sum of many little efforts, and they believe in serving their customers and not just selling. So in 2017, snowmageddon disrupted business when the roof came collapsing and crashing down a half an hour after Richard had been up on the roof and had gone home. They still kept an office open so that they could provide customer service. They remodeled and relocated to Westpark Plaza and reopened for business in 2018. So they were down almost a year. And so 2017, we were standing here at that same time and had claims coming in every day, all day long. So I'm glad we're not dealing with that this year. So for the past 10 to 12 years, I have called upon Ashley Furniture to help with the delivery of Festival of trees that are decorated, wrapped in a bag, and delivered. And it is not an easy task, yet every time I ask, Richard smiles and says, yes, we'll have somebody there. And so I thank you so much for that. For ONSI, which is coming soon, the Ashley crew come with the truck. They load up all of the auction items into the truck, bring them to the cultural center, unload all of that, and you will find that to be quite helpful. They are a supporter of many school events, sports teams from Ontario, Nissa, Vale, Fruitland, Payette, New Plymouth, and other schools, as well as Treasure Valley Community College. They stand out in support of the veterans, not only financially, but they help with obtaining furniture and different items for the veterans in their homes. This year for Frosty Fest, they donated the warehouse, which is located downtown. Now keep in mind, this warehouse is completely full of furniture and miscellaneous items. The crew came and did away with everything that was in the warehouse so that Frosty Fest could happen. That's just to name a few of the things that they have done for the community. Then the reason that you were chosen as 2023 Business of the Year. So when not at work, you'll find Richard enjoying spending time with his wife and family of 5 children, and also their first granddaughter, who is about a year old. Is that? Richard loves to get out and play catch with the kids. He loves to golf or just get out and camp. But his business, his faith, and his family remain pillars in his life. In Richard's words, it's very humbling and honoring at the same time to have been chosen as Business of the Year. He is excited to go to work every day, as there is always something new. So when you do good for others, it comes back to you in unexpected ways. And I present to you Richard Fitzsimonds, Ashley Furniture Business of the Year.
Wow, what a hard act to follow for everybody that's been up here. Definitely want to thank Debbie. She's been great, so I appreciate that very much. I went in to buy my tickets for the meals the other day at the chamber, and John comes up to me and goes, do you have anybody that's gonna introduce you? And I go, no, I don't. So lucky enough, Debbie's got a desk there at the office, and I just turned over and say, Debbie, hey, put you on the spot in front of everybody, and she said yes, so I'm very thankful for that. Definitely want to thank the chamber for their what's going on tonight, and then Ron Verini, who nominated our store. I'm part of the chamber, so I don't know if that meant that I have to pay anybody off or anything for business of the year. But, just kind of a little bit of a background about myself and Ashley Furniture. Like Debbie says, we started back in 1996. I'd actually worked with Blacker's Complete Home Furnishings in Caldwell. It kind of crossed some tough times. One of the Blackers, Kyle Blacker, was called out on a mission, and Jim was kind of left in charge of the furniture store himself, and just had a hard time making ends meet and so forth. So I was lucky enough to have met the Wannocks, who are the owners of Ashley Furniture. Had a little bit of a good relationship with them. Was able to talk to them and kind of say, hey, if we were able to help out, maybe secure some of the Blackers' debts that they do owe, that maybe they give us a chance to be a licensee with them. Lucky enough, they said yes. Then the next phase came where I had to come and ask my father, Ron, who's my partner in all this, that, hey, what do you think about getting into the furniture business after he just retired from the Forest Service? So a little bit of a change for him. But with some dealings with the banks, we were turned down a few times until we found the bank that wanted to work with us. Zion's Bank over in Weiser, and Randy Jensen. I'm sure a few of you have heard that name around here before. He was great for us. Actually lucky enough to kind of call him a family member. My wife's brother Josh married into Randy's family and married their daughter Jessica, so we were lucky with that. Wasn't that easy though. I mean, the bank was there willing to help us out, but of course they want collateral for everything. It's like, well, what do you guys have? And well, we've got my dad's home and my home. We've got cars, vehicles. So yeah, our first few years in business were very stressful. It was very challenging. But we've made it. It's hard to say that it's 2004 now to 2024, 20 years in business. So we are very thankful and very blessed to be in this community that supports Ashley Furniture from Weiser. My wife and I both grew up in the Weiser area, so we try to give back to Weiser a lot. And then she teaches now in Payette. And then our children, we live in Fruitland, so our children go to Fruitland High School. So it's kind of been a challenge when we go to sporting events, and we grew up in Weiser and we go back to Weiser, and we're not too used to sitting on the visitors side. So, but we did. So, but no, I really owe a lot to my father for getting me started and so forth. And having him around every day has been a blessing for me, and I don't think I've told him thank you enough for all that he has done. So very blessed in that way. But Yeah, as an organization in Ashley Furniture, we love this community and where we grew up. Like Debbie said, we have 5 children that we've been lucky enough to put through school here. We still have 2 that are in school, a sophomore and one that's still a 7th grader. So we plan on supporting those schools as much as we can. But yeah, it's kind of hard to distinguish between myself and the organization, but I've got great people that work for me. I mean, I've got that core group of people, from a sales manager to an office gal to a couple really good salespeople that just make myself and my job look a lot better. So, but it is my analogy is kind of, it's a spoke in a wheel, but it starts always out with our salespeople, then it goes to our office gal, and then of course our delivery crew is the last place that people see. They're the last ones to be in your home to deliver your furniture, and it's everybody counts. So as all those folks are working together, the wheels rolling, and everything looks good that way. So, so like I say, it's Ashley Furniture. It's been a blessing for us and our family. So when we can give back to people that need it, because they've been so supportive of us, it makes it really easy to want to do that. If it's from the schools, we love when kids come in and want a sponsorship for their football team or their basketball team, or the FFA comes in and maybe we want to purchase a cow or a pig for stock or something. But we try to do what we can for the community. It's not always easy. Business is very fluctuating. Retail, if anybody's been in retail business, it's a real tough game sometimes. So, but we've been very fortunate over our 20 years where we've been able to give back. We try to give back the best way we can. So, again, I want to thank everybody very much for this award. It means a lot after being in business for 20 years that, hey, that maybe we are doing something right. So we appreciate it very much. So thank you.